Hey guys, episode 9, Arting Around with Miss Brown Home Edition. Today we're going to learn about op art. Op art is a style of artwork that has sort of an illusion that it creates. So this is the example I'm going to show you how to make today, where it has the illusion that this hand is kind of popping out of the background. So first let me tell you a little bit about it. According to the Museum of Modern Art, op art is an abstract style of art, also known as optical art, but a lot of times people shorten it to op art. It was developed in the 60s, and the traits that kind of are characteristic of it is that it's either geometric shapes or lines and some kind of a contrast. So either black and white, like the examples they show on their page here, or contrasting colors, like in mine I used orange and blue, which are contrasting colors. You could also do yellow, purple, or red and green. Remember, contrasting or complementary colors are across from each other on the color wheel. So this kind of has the illusion that it's bending. This one, when you cross the curved lines, the color changes from black to white, so it gives it sort of that vibration effect. Most famous op art artist is Victor Vasarely. Here's one of his pieces where it has the illusion that the sphere is pushing out of the background. Or when some people look at it, it looks like it's pushing into the background. Sometimes illusions have different effects to different people. So this one is really cool because it's close by. So at some point you might be able to go see it in person because it's at the Albright Knox in Buffalo. Here's another example with cubes and spheres of his work. And a third example, which is pretty cool. Okay, so ready to make ours? What we're gonna do first is, let me get my papers in order. Step 1 is to trace your hand. So really easy, laid my hand down, used a pencil, traced around it. I did mine a little dark because I wanted it to show up for you. You can go ahead and do yours lighter because you won't want to see those pencil lines later. Step 2, after you've traced, you're going to mark on each 1/2 inch on each side of the paper. So if you look off to the side of my paper, I laid my ruler down, and then each 1/2 inch I made a tick mark. Did the same thing on the other side. Step 3, you're going to connect those marks together with the ruler, but you're not going to draw through the hand. So if I'm connecting these two lines together, let me make my ruler in a spot where I can see it. Right through there, I'm going to connect them as close as I can, and I'm going to draw straight lines, but I'm going to skip when I get to the hand. I'm not going to draw. Skip to the other side. So kind of like that. All right, so that's step 3. I did a little bit more of it on here. You can see all through here I did that. Step 4 I started to do, and that's where you're going to add curved lines in. So step 4, curved lines to connect the hands and the fingers to the outside pieces. So what I do, and this is what gives it the illusion of it kind of bending out, because we know our hand isn't flat like a straight line, it's curved. It has dimension to it. So I'm going to start at this line, end at this line, but I'm going to curve it the way my hand would curve. And then same here, I'm going to start here, end here. This one's a little tricky because I have the thumb, so I'm going to kind of do a bump up where the thumb is, and then the bump for the hand. And then this one is going to start here and end here just for that little thumb. And then it starts again here and ends over here. Then when you get to the fingers, you'll just do all the little curves there until your whole hand is done in curved lines. You can see the one area that's a little tricky is the knuckle. So it goes straight and then it kind of bumps where each knuckle would be. So you have to think about the dimension and the shape of your hand as you're doing these lines. Okay. Next step is step 5. You're going to color with complementary colors. So like I said, I picked orange and blue for my complementary colors. So I took a picture of this because I didn't want to have to keep redoing. So this was my first part where I colored it, I just colored light in the beginning. So you don't always want to color dark until you figure out what you're doing. So shading is something you want to layer, and it's usually what really makes your picture be successful. So after I did that, this stage, you'll notice I went back and I shaded the background a little darker. So I darkened that up, but I still left the hand light. After that, notice around the outside of the hand, I really darkened it. Like I was pressing with all my art muscles, as Mrs. Early would say, so I could get that really dark. And then I gradually changed it into lighter. So I didn't just do like a dark strip and then stop. I kind of faded it out. So you'll do that to go all around each of your fingers and your hand and your wrist. And then after that, the last step is to do the shading on the hand. So I just shaded a little darker at the edges. I want it to be lighter at the top part of the hand because that's where the highlight would be, and then darker at the edge here. So dark to light in the center and then to dark back on the edges. And I did that around each finger, each hand, and that is kind of what gives it that illusion of my hand sort of popping out of the paper. You could do it the opposite way and make the background lighter in the hand, get darker as it goes down, and then it would give the illusion of it being pushed into the paper. So that is that. Those are the steps. Have fun, try this op art out. I think I might share on Wednesday another different style of op art with you, so stay tuned. Bye-bye.